Harrison Fieldhouse home the 46th annual Old Fort Classic. This matchup as the Stilwell Lady Indians taking on your Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. Busy team on the board will be Stilwell. Let's meet their starters. A junior, number 1, Macy Sonny. Sophomore, number 2, Taylor Meek. A senior, number 4, Jesse Sanchez. A junior, number 21, Jada Eubanks. And a sophomore, number 25, Brianna Benham. The Indians are coached by Glenn Cohn, assisted by Shiloh Shores and Chris Portman. And now, for your Fort Gibson Lady Tigers, with a record of 12 wins and 1 loss, let's meet your stars. At 5'7", a senior, number 1, Zoe Whiteley. At 5'9", a senior, number 4, Mallory Baker. At 6'1", a senior, number 20, Bailey Lunda. At 6'1", a junior, number 21, Reese Wood. And at 5'6", a junior, number 32, Kenzie Lunda. The Lady Tigers are coached by Chuck London, assisted by Scott Lowe, Lady Taylor Department. Referees for this game are Harlan Burgess and Mark Harper.
Welcoming to the 2020 Old Fort Classic, the home team gets to play for the first time today. And they start out with the ball and start out hot. Mallory Baker with the 2 and gives the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers the early lead. Fort Gibson playing the Stilwell Lady Indians. Stilwell saw their men's team win the game earlier today. Fort Gibson with the steal. Fort Gibson, on the other hand, their men's team will play in the nightcap, which really might be a nightcap. I might have to watch in my nightcap. Mallory Baker finds it once again. We're getting underway just after 8:06 here in the Central Time Zone. Handled at the top of the key, Macy Swanee. Now number 4, Jessie Sanchez with the ball. She turns, gives to Talib Mink. They give it in the corner, that's Jada Eubanks. Eubanks gives back to Swanee. And this Lady Indians team really makes their hay from behind the three-point line. As you see one here by Mink that hits it right off the right iron.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. And if they're going to be able to compete with this Fort Gibson team, they're going to have to, as number 4, Mallory, go ahead.
They're going to have to hit from outside, but Mallory Baker's making them pay on the defensive end right now. 6 points for Fort Gibson. Mallory Baker just got them all. Just take a look at the replay.
Yeah, she's just in the right spot at the right time. Right here in transition, goes up for the easy layup, knocking down 2 mid-range jumpers on the outside as well. Got this Fort Gibson team up 6.
Fort Gibson coming out with some composure. They're 12-1 on the year. Coached by Chuck London. Got the Friday night crowd showing up here at the Fort.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of packing this thing up.
Not a bad crowd, to say the least. And what I would describe as the horseshoe.
Why would you describe it as that?
I think we all know why, Dion. We're going to work on our announcer, color commentator chemistry. I promise you.
All right.
Lady Indians can't get it across the in time, and that's a 10-second call. Nobody was in the middle of the floor there to help out the 2 ball handlers for Stilwell, and Fort Gibson will get the ball up 6. Crossover in the corner. That's Webb. Webb gives it up to Potterfield. Tony Baker. Now three-pointer on the way. London, too strong. We got a box out, but going just a little too far that time was Talib Mink. She not only boxed her girl out, but she kind of pushed her. Taking it to the hole. That's Baker once again. She'll go to the line, shoot two. Sanchez picks up her first foul. Team foul, as they said on the broadcast, or pardon me, the PA. Foul number 2.
And you can see it as these two teams line up to shoot the free throws. The size advantage that Fort Gibson has over Stilwell is, you know, it's a lot.
It's a head and shoulders.
Knees and toes.
Knees and toes. That's where Fort Gibson is playing, is around the heads and shoulders, and all right now Stilwell is seeing is the knees and toes.
And we just got finished covering that Tuttle Lady Tigers versus Roland Lady Rangers. And one of the things that we said was the Lady Rangers had the ability to shoot to the outside, and once they, you know, slowed down or couldn't knock things down from the outside, Tuttle took over. Well, as you can see from that 3-ball right there from number 1, Macy
Sawney,
she can knock it down from the outside. And so can the rest of the girls on this Lady Indians ball club. So it's very important that they do that, because they can't get inside and play physical with this Fort Gibson team. They're gonna have to make their hay, like Seth likes to say, from the outside.
no hay going there as they fight for the rebound. It's on the ground, but Fort Gibson's gonna come away with it. Pushing the tempo, that's Wofford. Wofford, jump stop, middle of the lane. Shot too strong, pulled down though, up and in by Bailey London. The size advantage is significant for the Stilwell, or for the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. Handling the ball is Talib Mink. She's gonna get called for the carry. .440 left to go, 10-3 is your score in favor of Fort Gibson. Stilwell has as many points right now as Fort Gibson's opponent, Tulsa Hale, had all first half last game. That game went to half, it was 49-3. As Zoe Whiteley drives to the bucket and gets fouled.
I wonder what number of foul that is on Minks, because I want to say that I know for a fact it's 2, it might be 3.
It is indeed 2. This team fouled number 3 though. As Whiteley sinks the first shot. Something to keep an eye on. Mink in foul trouble early. Second shot from Whiteley is good as well. That puts Fort Gibson at 4 for 4 from the line. Right now they're doing everything right. 12-2, 12-3. Mink got by. I don't know if you saw that. Mink got by London. It looked like London purposely reached out, gave her a shove, and wanted to stop the clock instead of letting Mink get to the bucket. Smart headsy play there from Kinsey. Talib Mink dribbles the ball with her right hand, probing inside. Now she'll cut and give the ball out to Jessie Sanchez. Macy Sawney. And there gives it back to Mink. Jumping in the passing lane is Whiteley and knocking the ball out of bounds. Four minutes into the game, Fort Gibson leads 12-3. Eubanks in the corner is going to give it back up top to Sanchez. Now they go in the corner, back out. That's Sawney. Sawney turns it over. Going the other way, leading the break is Kinsey London, and she'll turn it right back over. Sawney steals it from her. looking up the court, crosses over at midcourt, goes back towards the left side, goes between the legs, gets a screen from Sanchez, top of the key, gives off now right wing to Mink. Mink cuts left, gives out to Eubanks. Deep three on the way from Eubanks, rattled around but wouldn't go home. Happy Gilmore tell that ball to find its home. The ball says, I'm too good for your home, but not for Emma Wofford. Talib Mink was getting herself into trouble, and she's going to drag that pivot foot and turn the ball over. Too many turnovers starting out here early for the Stilwell Lady Indians. Into the game, Brianna Soap for Stilwell. She replaced Macy Sawney. A scoop shot. Nothing doing that time, though, for Reese Webb. Stilwell going the other way. Sanchez, down low, kick out. Mink, three, wide open. Rolls around, but won't flush home.
Wow, that's 2 3-pointers that have rolled in and out for Stilwell. They cannot have the bad jujus shooting the ball from behind the arc tonight, especially against this team.
Yeah, they need all the, that's not necessarily help. They just need to execute what they do well. As they get it down low to Benham. Benham's got 4 Fort Gibson rolls around her.
And she makes the mistake of putting the ball on the ground. She gets the ball, she got to go straight up with it. She gives the defense a time to react.
Webb, cross-court pass. Going to set this ball up now with London at the top of the key. She drives right-handed to the right side of the lane, down the lane, and will draw the foul. London shoots 2. Foul is on Brianna Benham. First shot up and in for Kinsey London. Third shot in as well. Handling the ball is Talib Mink. They're going to send the track towards her. She gets it all the way down to Benham, down low. Benham with the layup up and in.
It's a good job of keeping her keeping her head up, seeing the open person down low, and making it happen.
You see on your screen, that's head coach Chuck London of the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers, and he was talking to Jenna Whiteley there. Not happy with how they executed that half-court trap, and on the other end, you see on your screen, that's the Stilwell head coach Glenn Cohn.
Chips, drink, and some ice cream. Also a chance.
Stilwell with an impressive win yesterday. They were able to defeat Idabel 50-49. Idabel had the lead in that game. Stilwell slowly chipped away. After the first quarter, they were down, but Stilwell didn't let that get to them as they were able to score 13 points in the second quarter, 15 in the third, and a last-second free throw gives them the lead. Is going coast to coast. That's Zoe Whiteley, but Benham gets in her way. The ball, good job by Benham there of standing her ground. It was a thrilling game yesterday between Stilwell and Idabel.
Yeah, it really was, especially towards the end there.
As Sanchez puts it up and in.
It was literally a situation where both teams had an opportunity at the free throw line. The difference was, though, this Stilwell team had 3 chances at the three-point line. And
Talib Mink was able to sink her third shot to give Stilwell the 1 point they needed to break the 49-49 tie and get them here in the winner's bracket. Idabel didn't dwell on that loss too long as they were able to beat Tulsa Hale earlier today. Three-pointer on the way, Eubanks good. Heating up from beyond the arc is the Stilwell Lady Indians. They cut the lead 17-10. Whiteley bringing the ball up. They swing it. Three-pointer on the way. Wofford, good. She says, anything you can do, I can do better. Drops it in and go the other way of the Stilwell Indians. They're going to see if they can't answer. Pass too high to Benham and goes out of bounds. Coming back into the game is Talib Mink. She's going to replace Jessie Sanchez. Jenna Whiteley handling the ball. Now she's going to give it over to Zoe. Back over to Jenna. In the lane. To be a travel Mallory Baker. She had Sydney Taylor cutting right to the hole. She would have given it to her, but instead she got a little bit of a happy feet.
I love that ref's travel call, man. He was rolling on the river. Nice little Tina Turner impersonation right there.
He compliments himself. Inside, Macy Swanee ran into some trees. We're rolling on in the fort right now between Fort Gibson. Hey, he's emphatic, man. He's got the triple whistle there, punching the sky and calling Brianna Soap for her first personal foul.
Yeah, he's about it, man. I'm a fan.
Not often does Dion find fans that wear black and white stripes. Deep three-pointer on the way, no good from Jenna Whiteley. And we got a quarter in the books, and right now, the team from the fort, in the fort, is doubling up the Lady Indians. Fort Gibson leads 20-10. As we go to break on the Bravado Wireless TV network.
Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.
Airplane challenge will follow the halftime of this game. We take some Chick-fil-A sandwich, drink, and some ice cream.
Seth Campbell joined alongside Dion Amade. We're in Fort Gibson for the 2020 Old Fort Classic. I'll get it right eventually. Stillwell playing Fort Gibson, and right now Stillwell down by 10 to lead Mink, trying to get the ball to go in amongst the taller people, the post players. Can't get it to go though. Three-pointer on the way from London. That won't fall either, and rebound is pulled away by Sawney. Good job by Sawney just to tip that one back to herself. On the other end, it's Brianna Soap giving it in the corner. Dribbling it out of there is Mink, and she'll now give it in the corner. Back to Benham. Benham, just 2 points early in this contest. Three-pointer on the way. Mink is open. You'll live with that shot from her. She just missed everything that time. Webb, three-pointer. Short. The ball's on the ground. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession is in favor of Stilwell, or pardon me, Fort Gibson. Fort Gibson setting up a 1-4 offense, 4 high. London down below, give it to Webb in the post. Spin move, Webb. She kisses it off the glass and in.
Nice touch by Webb.
Webb gets her first points of the game, extends the lead to 22-10. Three-pointer on the way from Mink. She can't get it to bank in and run the other way in transition. That was Bailey London. She pulled it up though. Kinsey London with the three-pointer is no good. But right there for the follower is Mallory Baker. We haven't said her name in just a little while.
She makes sure she remembers it.
Yeah, she's already up into double digits, 10 points. 10 of the 14 for the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers. Cross-court pass, three-pointer on the way. It's on target and in. Macy Sawney, her second three-pointer of the game. That's a good pass there from Mink. On the other end, Baker can't get the ball to go, but follows her own shot, gets the rebound. Gives it out to London, now to Zoe Whiteley. There's a Bailey London and a Kinsey London on the floor. Bailey London had it, gives to Kinsey London on the other side. Her three, no good.
London's normally a knockdown shooter from out there. She's missed, I want to say, on 3 attempts.
All right, Dion, I got a question for you. Bailey London, Kinsey London. You think they're related to head coach Chuck London?
I think that's a strong possibility.
There it is. That is capital J journalism if I've ever seen it. And on the other end, to lead Mink.
Number 1 is Zoe Whiteley. That's her first team foul number 2.
Takes it to the rack.
Taylor Mink at the line.
She's gonna shoot 2. Fouls on Zoe Whiteley. Team foul number 2 for the Lady Tigers. And Mink's first shot up and no good.
So Meeks makes it a 10-point ball game.
(24-14). Stilwell hanging in there with Fort Gibson. There's a 10-point deficit at the end of the quarter. Was 10-point right there before Zoe Whiteley takes it inside. Head coach Glenn Kona Stilwell wants to travel, but I think that was pretty clean there, Dion. Just been a good move.
Yeah, very smooth too.
Skip pass. Sawney. She's open. Three-pointer on the way. Not a bad shot.
Not a bad shot at all. Like the crossover finish.
They get it back to Sawney. They're going to go in the corner. That's Eubanks. Three-pointer on the way. Just a tad bit short, but good job by Martinez, or pardon me, Sanchez, to bring that one down. Give it back to Sawney. She thought about it. Good pump fake. Drives in the lane. Gets the foul to go. When you hit 2 three-pointers earlier in the game, that pump fake becomes an even more critical part of your game.
It certainly does. Gets them off her feet. Gets an open look. Still gets contested, but she goes to the free throw line.
Been a key part of the offense so far. First shot up and in for Sawney. Second one in as well for Sawney. She's got 8. Stilwell trails by 10. Ball in the middle, almost stolen by Sanchez. Instead, Fort Gibson gives it to Webb, who's going to give it to Whiteley, the point guard, to set up the offense. Whiteley calls for a screen, doesn't use it. Drives instead to the right side, up and over Benham. Not a bad move there from Benham to stay put, but Whiteley goes around her and puts it in for 2. Martinez setting a screen for Mink. Mink dribbling the ball top of the key. And for anybody to give the ball to right now. Still dribbling. Back cut from Sawney, can't find her. Dribbles into the lane. That's Sanchez, pump fake, spin move in the lane. They give it to Mink now, corner, back up to Sawney. in the game. That's Katie Stevenson, number 15. Sani had to dribble to gain control of it, and then she dribbled again. Wiley going to shoot the three. Missed everything. They're trying to save the ball in bounds. Is into Wofford, but she's stuck on the line. "30-second timeout," and I think head coach Glenn Cohn realizes that I think his Stilwell Lady Indians team's a little gassed.
Yeah, you could see number 2, Mink, gasping for air before that ball was inbounded.
It's a situation there. I don't even know how much. I mean, he's going to talk strategy and get his team in, but he's not really trying to stop a run. He's not trying to set up a play. He really just wants his team to get a breather. On the other end, you see Fort Gibson and their head coach Chuck London. The Lady Tigers are showing why they are 12-1 this year.
They seem to be breathing fine.
It's also, they're not the ones pressing. That would be Stilwell. Stilwell trying to use any advantage that they have in this game. And smaller, quicker team trying to get that full-court press going. But nothing doing right now for Stilwell. They haven't forced enough turnovers, and Fort Gibson leads 28-16. But they're hanging right in there with striking distance. It was a 10-point lead for Fort Gibson at the end of the first quarter. Right now, just 12. Stilwell can just keep hanging around. Stranger things have happened, Dion. Drive in the lane, high off the glass, no good that time from Mink.
And right there, you gotta learn as a post player, if your guard is driving into the lane, don't walk your defenders over to where they're driving to. That's a big mistake by Stilwell and their post defenders. Get out of the way, draw some defenders out of their line of sight.
Clear up the lane as much as possible, right? Sanchez in the corner. She catches it in a shooting position. Doesn't want to shoot, though. Mink, the main ball handler for the Indians. Give top of the key, Sani. She is guarded by Whiteley, guarded closely by Whiteley. With the ball, Stevenson. Gives it out to Mink, three-pointer. Back iron too strong, clangs off of that, and Stevenson, or pardon me, that's Sanchez gets a hand on the ball in the backcourt, but can't come away with the steal. Whiteley will walk it up the court. Just 8 points scored in the second quarter by Fort Gibson, but just 6 scored by Stilwell. Defensive-minded teams. They're either playing really good defense or really bad offense, man. Webb tries to spin move, get around her girls, steps on the inline. Ball will go back to Lady Tigers, getting a much-needed breather will be Jessie Sanchez, and to lead Mink in for her is Brianna Soap, along with Jada Eubanks. Eubanks shows the ability to shoot the three as well. We haven't seen her light it up so far tonight as they get it to Sani. Sani guarded by Whiteley. Whiteley rather close to Sani. Sani gets it away, sets a screen. Stevenson into the lane. Can't be handled that time, though, by Brianna Soap. Soap in the corner. Decides to throw it out, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Lexi Fouch. Brianna Soap tried to get the ball out of his hands.
And there's that travel call again. Rolling, rolling,
rolling by the full. Doesn't work as well.
Are you making up songs now?
Absolutely, I'm making up songs. Wiley, finger roll at the buzzer. A thing of perfection, Dion. 30-16, your halftime score. Fort Gibson goes in, and what have they done well on the offensive side of the ball, Dion?
Everything. Literally everything. Except for shooting the ball behind the three-point line. They missed a bunch of those. But other than that, they've done a lot of good things.
30-16, your halftime score. We're going to go to break. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll see you back then. 30-16 score in favor of Fort Gibson.
Hi, we're Bravado Wireless. You may have seen us at your local events and wondered just exactly what we do. We provide the highest quality cell phone service, specializing in outstanding coverage, both locally and nationwide. We're headquartered right here in Oklahoma, with multiple store locations in eastern Oklahoma. We provide the most affordable, unlimited talk, text, and data plans available. For a limited time, our unlimited plan is only $40 a month, and you can receive a free LG K30. Make sure you stop in now and enjoy our other amazing summer deals before they end. Visit Bravado Wireless store locations for all other details, or go to bravadowireless.com for more information. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in
Stick around, because we're cooking wild.
Welcome back to the 2020 Old Fort Classic, 7:53 as we get started in the third quarter. 30-16 is your score in favor of Fort Gibson. The home team has been impressive so far, almost doubling up their opponent. What have you seen from Fort Gibson? They can not only bode well in this game, Dion, but really get them going so that they can win this whole entire tournament.
Well, I mean,
tomorrow.
they're doing a good thing right now, just getting the ball in their spots and shooting the ball with confidence. It's not hard to see that they have a good size advantage over this Stilwell team, and they're utilizing it. But still, not just their post players, but their guards as well are doing a good job using their advantage, their size and their strength over Stilwell.
On the other side, Stilwell, they were able to cut into the lead with some good shooting in the second quarter and at the end of the first, but the problem is Fort Gibson extended that lead back out, and they need some good shooting. As Wiley takes this one and is rejected by Macy Sawney. Nice job by Sawney, get up there and send back the shot from Whiteley. But what do you need? What does Stilwell have to do well to get back into this game?
They got to shoot the ball well, man. They have to shoot the ball behind the arc, mid-range games, whatever they can. And as well, when they get an open lane inside the paint, they got to drive and go for it. There's so many times they've been driving the lane and they kicked it back out. Go and make something happen.
And if I'm Stilwell, I got to find some way, somehow, to give Macy Sawney as many shots as possible.
I second that.
She just had, you say just, she had 8 points, which is half of the Stilwell Lady Indians' points in the first half. Get people like Eubanks going as well. Eubanks has 0 points in this game.
And she was one of the reasons why they got into that game last night, or excuse me, yesterday, and won.
Down low, that's easy finish for Webb. And you need to go back and look at my book a little closer, as Eubanks does have a 3 in today's game. But not enough production from those role players to go along with Sawney, as Sawney feeds Sanchez inside. It's going to be knocked away by Fort Gibson and stay with Stilwell. Talib Meek. Crosses over, spin move at the elbow. Is going to give it back out to Sanchez. Sanchez looking for anybody to give the ball to. Now she's going to drive right side. Kick it back out, and good job by Zoe Whiteley. Read that one all the way. Going to take it to the rack, and Sawney's going to foul. Smart foul there as well. Sawney just giving up the first foul. Might as well make Whiteley earn them from the line. As you take a look at that replay brought to you by Bravado Wireless. And Sawney's a smart player out there.
Yeah, she certainly is.
She did a good job there, as you saw as well, getting her hand on the ball when she came across, knowing that she was going to foul and not letting that ball go up, and Whiteley get the and one opportunity. Doesn't matter necessarily as Whiteley finishes both from the line.
Come out. 360, coach. 60.
Full timeout. 34-16 the score, and we'll send it to break. 34-16 is your score in favor of the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers here in the 2020 Old Fort Classic.
Stick around because we're cooking wild.
5:30 and counting in the third quarter. Stilwell looking to score their first points of this third quarter. Lady Indians made it to the second round by beating the Ida Bell Warriors. And a thrilling game, the best game that we've had this entire tournament so far that we've seen, Dion. They were fouled with 2 seconds left on the clock from the three-point line. Going to the three-point line was Mink, and she hit one three-pointer, the one free throw, the last one that she had, in order to send that game in favor of the Stilwell Lady Indians. Meanwhile, Fort Gibson, they played Tulsa Hale yesterday, and they handled them well at this time yesterday, as we were coming into the third quarter, and it was 49-3 in favor of Fort Gibson. Fantastic facility to watch basketball here at the Fort Gibson Arena in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. Chairback seating in a horseshoe fashion. Running from what you can see across your screen all the way around the goal underneath where Stilwell just was, and running underneath your camera. Bailey London shuffles her feet. We're not doing the cha-cha slide here, so she's going to get called for the travel. And going back the other way is Stilwell.
Right foot now.
Right foot now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky to the left. 34-16, we're not going to finish that. .351. Shot by Sawney's off, but the follow from Mink is no good as well. Stilwell, as you said earlier today, Dion, in an earlier game, Stilwell needs to reach up there, get to the top of the basket, and just take that lid off.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, it's just not falling for them tonight, and it's unfortunate because, you know, they got a late start yesterday when they played against Ida Bell, and I thought tonight they would come out firing. That was just a fluke thing, but this Fort Gibson team has put the clamps on them, and they haven't been able to shake them off since.
Yeah, Fort Gibson is a very good team as well, so nothing to be ashamed of if you're the Stilwell Lady Indians. As two Lady Indians come out, and coming in will be Brianna Soap and Sawney. Caleb Meek. So Meek gets the foul. That's Mink's third personal. Team foul number 3. And shooting the free throws is Zoe Whiteley, whose first one is up and in.
Number 2, Emma Wofford. Number 14, Jenna Whiteley.
Jenna Whiteley coming in along with Wofford. Second shot for Zoe Whiteley falls as well. She's 6 for 6 from the line today. Did you see earlier in the year? I don't know why that this crossed my mind, but Missouri shot, I think, 36 free throws. It was in the 30s. And made all 36 and still lost. It was a turnaround, Jay, that time no good.
Really?
That's
outstanding.
It's a unique stat. You know, you can make 36 free throws and still lose.
You must have fouled out a lot of guys, though, you know?
Yeah. Go perfect 36 of 36 from the line. That's a coach's dream.
Well, and the lose part would probably be a nightmare.
Right. You know, coaches on the road, as that's a strong take from Mallory Baker. She had 8 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. But you know, coaches a lot of times would point to the free throw line when you're on the road or at home. It's a place where you could always get some more points. Right. Nothing doing for that time for the head coach in Missouri. He couldn't point there as Fouch puts that one up and in. Gonna have to go put the blame somewhere else. Fort Gibson flexing their muscle at the end of this third quarter, extending their lead. Nice job that time from Mink. Drives into the lane, finishes with the left hand, and stops the Fort Gibson run.
Yeah, finally they get into the middle and go for the contested layup. So many times in that first half, they would get in there and they would kick it back out, looking for that three-point shot. It wasn't there. This time it is.
Whiteley finishes for Fort Gibson. See if that breaks Mink out of her funk. Sonny's going to shoot from three, just a bit short.
Still a good-looking shot and one that you got to live with.
I would take that every single time down the floor. In the corner, Fouch. She gives it back out to Whiteley. Down low, Fouch. Strong move, good look from Whiteley. Lexi Fouch, 4 points, all of them coming in the third quarter. Eubanks thought about an NBA range three there. Strong take.
And that's just a good move. Watch this replay right here. She gets in the middle, takes the foul. You got to be aggressive. With the score the way it is, there's no shying away from the basket right now. Got to be aggressive and get in the middle and try to get some easy throws.
Strong take that time from Sonny. She goes to the line to shoot two and makes the first one. Second one no good. 44-19 is the score. Three-pointer on the way. London, no good.
And she's been off all night. Hopefully she can get it back before the championship game.
Sonny going coast to coast, gives it out. Three-pointer no good from Kai Ramirez. And that'll end the quarter. We're going to go to break. Stilwell trailing 44-19 here in the Fort Gibson Classic. It's been all Lady Tigers here in this one.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big, go bold, go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless, we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back, fourth quarter action here at the Fort in Fort Gibson. The old Fort Classic. 44-19, Fort Gibson ahead of the Stilwell Lady Indians. And picking up the foul that time is going to be Brianna Soap. It's her second foul. Team foul number 4, and going to the line to shoot two. You take a look at the replay. So it got a little bit too much of the arm of Lexi Fouch. Fouch's first shot is up and in. Second one hits front iron, gets the shooter's roll, and trickles into the net. Sonny, between the legs, spin move, showing control with the ball. She had a good game in their first game against Idabel, to be honest. That's going to be a double dribble, and Nice job that time.
Now that takes
So-
skill right there. I don't care what anybody says, okay? Although it doesn't count for points, I am always thoroughly impressed about it.
I just wanted to see our friend official there, as you take another look at the replay, jump up there and grab that.
You know that wasn't going to happen. He wasn't about to mess up that throw.
It is good looking.
Right? That jump is crisp.
You can't talk about referee shoe game. They always have to wear black ones.
But he's walking those Air Max 90, what's those, 97s? Those, either yeah, I think those are 97s. They look fresh, though.
No matter if they're all black or not, you gotta still represent. Fort Gibson is representing in their own tournament right now, up 46-19. Does it hurt them in your eyes, Dion, that they haven't played a close game yet in this tournament?
You know what? I think they've played a lot of ball this season, and I think they've seen their fair share of, close games. So I'm not too concerned. I like the fact that they were getting some other players more experience as these games go along.
Three-pointer short from Jenna Whiteley.
But if everything holds the way we assume that it will, and London knocks down that three that she's been looking for all night.
Mackenzie London finally gets one to fall from beyond the arc, her first of the night.
And back to what I was saying, I feel like if this game holds the way it looks like it will, Fort Gibson will be in the championship game tomorrow versus the Tuttle Lady Tigers. And I imagine that's going to be a closer game than we expect. I mean, Tuttle will not have that height advantage anymore because you can see this Fort Gibson team is, they can go big themselves as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do when that size advantage isn't in their direction.
Take a look at the referee's shoes. Are those the Air Maxes?
Yeah, those are the Air Maxes, man. Those things is clean, man. Those things is clean. First time that we get the shoe cam on the referee.
Hey, you got to be doing something special when you're rocking all blacks and somebody can show up and show you out.
You got to look official. You got to look official, like a referee with a whistle.
That was good. Kinley Cachon with her first bucket. Every once in a while, I'm surprised at those. Mink back in, taking a seat is Sani. Sani played a lot of minutes today and for a while was the hot hand for the Stilwell Indians.
For a short period of time.
Kinsey London takes it all the way to the rack, puts it in. The lead is expanded. 32. So as you said, if this lead holds, which it looks like it will, as they're going to get this foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Jenna Whiteley. Her first, team foul numero 4. As I said, if this score holds, then Fort Gibson will move on. They will play Tuttle. The Tuttle Lady Tigers will play the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers.
One thing that Tuttle has to worry about this Fort Gibson team, they got depth on their side. And they can go, they could probably go 15 deep if they wanted to be honest with you.
Fort Gibson is a very deep team. As the shot is up and in that time.
And we looked at that Tuttle bitch the other day. They only had 9 players on the team that were playing that day. So, oh no, it's going to be a little rough. Most of those girls play 60, excuse me, not 60. They play all, 32 minutes.
You got there?
You were making me nervous about that, counting on your fingers. I was like, yeah, 8 times 4 is 32.
Just double checking.
I know. I got this.
It happens, dude.
It's been a long day, guys.
3-pointer from Eubanks. She can't get that one to drop. What are you looking forward to in this upcoming game between Oklahoma Union and Fort Gibson on the men's side?
Or, you know, Fort Gibson, they got their dynamic duo, Calivander and Blunt. So I'm looking forward to some excitement from those two guys, see what they can do against that Oklahoma Union team.
Oklahoma Union has had the longest break out of any team in this tournament. Not that it necessarily matters, because once you play once and go home and take a sleep, it doesn't necessarily matter that much if they're going to get Jesse Sanchez for the foul. But Oklahoma Union played the first men's game yesterday, and then they're going to be playing the last men's game today. Just a fun little fact for you. Fouch down below, nice post move, fake one way, go up strong with the other and putting it up and in.
Almost tried to do a little, you know, dream shake right there. Yes, I know about Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm not that young.
You just ratted yourself out of it. I just want to let you know that. Somehow, Mink got that ball back. Ramirez, nice crossover. Pardon me, that's Catron. They got to me.
Mink was open for a split second there. I was surprised to see that she didn't take the shot.
Catron dribbles. Gives it to Eubanks. Might have drug her foot. Got away with the travel. Mink post feed, but it was on the wrong side of Jesse Sanchez. And the benches are starting to empty a little bit here. 2:03 left to go. And we were talking about the all-name team earlier. I don't remember if it was this broadcast or I think it was the men's broadcast earlier today. One of the best names, Feather Two Shields, in the entire tournament. I always enjoy watching her come into the game and getting to say her name. I shot just a short foul, putting it up and in.
How much is that for Lexi Fouch? Because she's been putting on a scoring clinic here as of late.
I can tell you how many that is. That is 10 for Lexi Fouch.
In double figures to match the jersey number. And with the block.
Matches the jersey number, and she didn't get started until the third quarter, Dion. Nice steal that time by Eubanks. J.D. Eubanks steps in front. She gives it up to Heather Hampton. Kai Ramirez. Drives in. They're going to get the foul on Abby Porterfield. Great replay there from our Bravado Wireless crew. In the lane, kick out. Ball's on the ground, knocked away. Who's going to come away with it? Fort Gibson's going to call one of their timeouts. We really just use it as a sub and get another player in. Three-pointer on the way, too strong from Abby Porterfield. Gonna stay with Fort Gibson though. Jordan Hayes with the ball now. She drives in the lane, layup just short. Ball's pulled away by Sonny, but the jump ball. Called before that. Ball will stay with the Stilwell Lady Indians with 24 seconds left to go in this game. Drive, right-handed finish off the glass, no good. Fort Gibson going the other way before Stilwell takes it. Layup up, not good that time from Heather Hampton. She might have been surprised that she was that wide open underneath, Dion.
Yeah, she definitely looked that way.
Time winding down, and Fort Gibson will dribble this one out. Claim the victory. Fort Gibson moves to 2-0 in the 2020 Old Fort Classic. They move to 13-1 on the year. Meanwhile, the Lady Indians from Stilwell will move into the third place game where they will play Rolling. But Fort Gibson moves on, they'll play Tuttle. It's going to be a great matchup tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
Definitely will be. It's going to be, man, if you're going to tune in from some varsity girls basketball, that's the game to tune into. It's going to be feast or famine. It's going to be interesting because they're not going to, neither of those teams are going to have the size advantage. Who's going to be able to shoot that mid-range jumper and from the outside? Who's got the better supporting cast? It's going to be a fun one.
Oklahoma Union coming up now, and they're going to be playing the Fort Gibson Tigers, so keep it with us. Our last game, it's the nightcap. I understand why they call it the nightcap now, Dion.
Certainly do.
Go grab the nightcap, maybe get you some coffee because you're going to have to need it. We got one more to go. Stay with us here on Bravado Wireless's broadcast of the 2020 Old Fort Classic. One more to go between Fort Gibson and Oklahoma Union.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the expressed written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.
At Bravado Wireless, we don't believe in wasting your time or ours. Our mission is to serve you with honesty and integrity. That's why we offer upfront competitive pricing with no hidden fees in our plans. For $40 a month, you get unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide coverage. No data caps and no restrictions. No matter if it's your first, second, or third line, you only pay $40 per month per line. All of that with coverage on America's best network. We're your local service provider. Come get to know us. Go bold, go Bravado.